On to candidates for president, the first of which is Sophie Lowe.
How do I... Hi. Not that I need this, you know that anyway. Okay. Relationships are the key to a good union. Fact. And this is why they're going to be the main focus of my campaign, in every aspect. If this is the year has shown us anything, it has highlighted the importance of clarity, honesty, and good working relationships. And this is something I will work hard to develop and nurture as a student union president. In my manifesto, I have stated that I want to develop the relationships between the union and the student body and the union and Central. I have developed a lot of good working and personal relationships over my years at Central as a student and as an SU officer, and I will work hard to create, develop, nurture our current relationships and develop new ones. I have loved being a part of the union. I have loved my chance that I've been given to work on both the democratic and operational side of the union, and I think that's why I'm the best person for this job. I have the experience to be able to combine and get the best balance between the external and the internal sides of the union. I believe we can have both parties and policies equally balanced within our union. In addition, working on visibility of the union, developing on the relationships between the students' union and the student body, working on and enhancing the union's presence within Central and for our students. I will help to develop this by forming platforms that are suitable for students, supporting the students to communicate with the officers and myself what they need and want from our union. Furthermore, I will create my own physical presence, moving my working space around Central so that I am easily accessible to everyone who needs me. I won't just say in my office, if you want me in the bar, I'll be here. I want you to have my presence in Central. I want your offices in Central. Secondly, I'm going to create an online presence to give an additional platform to the students who want to contact me directly but don't want to talk to me. That's completely fine, and I want to make this space accessible for all involved. That way, there's an open line of communication available throughout the year for the students to be able to engage with not just myself, but the officers, to tell the union their ideas and thoughts on how to improve, develop, and get the most out of their student union. Having worked on both sides of the offices within the union, I know how key it is to combine the two. I know how key it is to have events working with representational people, because it's so difficult to combine the two, but that's what people want. People want to be able to come and discuss things in a relaxed environment. People want to be able to combine the two so that there's no pressure for one thing to give more than the other thing could. I know how key it is to develop the external and internal sides of the office. By doing this, it enables the officers to achieve what they want by combining the democratic and operational side of things. Building on this and developing relationships between the different officers, able to not put limitations on anybody's role. I don't want anybody to come up to me and say that they're unable to do something because maybe it won't be an event. Well, we can work together and we can make that as a group. We can bring the two sides together. Both sides are vital and key to running a successful union, and I feel I could enhance this and give the union the best of the both worlds, working on the constitution and also working on the events. I believe so strongly in the political parties. I also believe that we need to come together as a group in the SU, together outside, in activities, in welfare, in gender and sexuality, in BMO. We are one. We are not a selection of different units that just work coincide each other. I know how close you are all as friends and communities, so let's make that community one. Being such a small union, it's important that nothing suffers and that we don't lose anything either. We shouldn't have to sacrifice one or the other, and I feel I'm the best person to combine the two. There are a lot of things that we can develop and use by working together, and I think that having had this experience of doing the two together, I'll be the best person to be able to bring that forward. Thank you.
Okay, are there any questions? Is that working? Are there any questions for Sophie?
Yes, Daniel.
What do you think is kind of like the main thing that's missing? What do you think the main thing is that we're missing from the union?
Do you know what? If I'm perfectly honest, I think it's getting the right balance. I think it's really, I completely understand, having been on the union for 2 years, how difficult it is to find that balance. But we seem to sacrifice something along the way. I know when in my first year I was dyslexia and disability, and trying to create an event for that was one of the hardest things I've ever had to try and do, because I didn't want to exclude anyone or disempower anyone from being involved in that. But at the same time, I didn't feel I had the experience or the connections to be able to create an event in the SU. And I think then moving on to the operational sides and creating those events, I saw the gap. I saw what I could do. I saw where I could move in and close that and make it one. So, yeah.
And it's not moving your work to Grand Central. Do you not think that then causes the risk of people, when they're trying to find you, by not having that one place?
Yeah, that can be a difficult thing. I completely understand that, but I think if I advertise it well enough through from my online presence, and also through communication that I plan to build through my visibility with the students, then hopefully people will be able to find me. And if not, I'm loud enough, they'll probably hear me. So, yes, Kate. Yes. Yes. Well, I think it's been a very vital point that a lot of people have brought up today, that they didn't really know who we were and what we were about and what we wanted. And I think if we increase that, then people will connect to us and they'll want to come to build on that. Because, for example, if they didn't know, say, for example, my own role, I know that I work very internally as Student Vice President of Operations within the office, for example. But if I got out there and was able to speak to people and people knew what I did and what I was working on, what was going on, then maybe I would be able to increase that level of platform to encompass all students. And also I'd like to play around with the idea of being able to work on the online presence so that it can be an all-encompassing thing. So, yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.